Question number 13 on the reading portion of College Board's Test 4. In line 34, flat is closest in meaning to. Vocab question, so identify the word in the passage. Read around that word for context. Don't just read the three words surrounding it. Try to understand how the author is using a word. Come up with your own definition for that word. Bring up your own synonyms, your own phrases, the things that you associate or ideas that you associate with that word or that usage of the word. And only then do you look at the answer choices, the A, B, C, D, and replace the word with the answer choice and read the sentence. Make sure that the sentence still maintains the original meaning with the original word in it. So let's read for context. It is important to remember that demographic inversion is not a proxy for population growth. It's not a proxy for population growth. Demographic inversion cannot measure population growth. It can occur in cities that are growing, those whose numbers are flat, and even those who are undergoing decline. So notice how we're talking about growing and decline, and right in the middle there's flat. So growth, decline, and flat. Things don't change. That's what it means when the numbers stay the same year over year. So that's what I think of when I think of the word flat. So let's look at the answer choices, replace it in the context of the sentence, and see which ones maintain that meaning of unchanging. The numbers don't change from year to year. In static, those whose numbers, cities that are growing, those numbers are static. Static means when something is static, it means it stays put. So I like that, maybe. Static, I feel like, could also mean, static, it could be physical in that case. It could also be metaphoric when or like just describing a certain situation. When something is static, a static situation, it's unchanging, maybe. What about B, deflated? Deflated means you deflate a balloon, right? Or like some of those Christmas decorations on people's front yards when the engine goes off, it deflates, it loses all of its steam. A hot air balloon deflates. Whose numbers are deflated? No, deflated means that it's like someone poked. Like you can have deflated numbers, maybe like a company has deflated quarterly earnings as a result of a huge recall. But it's almost like something happened in order to cause it to lose steam. And I don't like that definition here because we don't know. We're just talking growing, decline, and flat, not deflated, as if someone poked it or it lost air or steam or lost some type of energy. I don't like that. Featureless. What? Those that are growing, those whose numbers are featureless. Featureless means it lacks features. Like you might think like a sculpture has tremendous facial features, right? You could see the features. It's very physical. But something that's featureless means that it has no discernible features. It has no discernible shape or no discernible texture or pattern. So are we talking about these numbers that are featureless? It means that we can't determine anything from them? No. We're talking about just quantitative stagnation or static growth. So it can't be featureless. But what about obscure? Obscure means numbers are growing, those whose numbers are obscure. Obscure means that it's like odd or weird or strange or rare. Those qualities have nothing to do when we want to talk about numbers from year to year being flat or stagnant or static. It's not obscure. It's not like, oh, this is weird, or this is not typical. Static means unchanging. The answer number 13 is going to be A.